everybody? It's James, and this is episode 91 of TGWPIS FC. And we're playing Juventus today. But I figured we had, well, let's show you. You see some transfers here. I'll tickle your taste buds with that one. Now, where were we last? We played Liverpool, and we won 3-0. So this is everything we've done since then. Yet you see a blip on the radar. The Invincible season's over. We played like crap against West Ham. There's not much I can really say about it. It's just we just laid an egg. We got FM'd. It's that simple. They just put my best team out there. They did absolutely nothing. So that sparked a little bit of our transfer, which is just funny because you have a 6-0 and a 4-0 against these guys, and it was like, wow, okay. But yeah, no. Sorry, I'm just looking at the TV revenue stuff here. All right, but you see, we progressed in the FA Cup, we progressed in the Caballero Cup, we're facing Manchester United, I think, in the final there. In the Caballero Cup final, yep, right there, bang. We have Sheffield United in the FA Cup 5th round, so good news there. And just all in all, great appearance, great games. Philly out with a lower stress fracture isn't good, but we're gonna survive. We actually have depth, even though I sold a ton of players. And yeah, Juventus today. That's our news. Yeah, that's the thing. He's upset that he's not in the Champions League squad. Also in the under 23s. Yeah. Don't know why. So actually, you want we're interaction. We're gonna warn player conduct. Assertively say, I need to rethink the way you behave before you brought up the club. I stand by what I said. I'm just gonna piss him off more. He's in the under 23s. I have him transfer listed. He can leave. He's one of these guys that we brought in for nothing, and we've just been loaning him out constantly. And he's had some good loan spells, but he's not gonna make the team. Too many good players ahead of him. So, transfers. Luke Gold is gonna go out on loan too. Surprise. Yeah. Let's talk about the outs. There was a lot. Like I told you, we were gonna do a lot of business this year. 310 million in, 324 million out. A net transfer spend of 14 million pounds. I think that's pretty good, considering the amount of money we spent. Let's kind of go down the list. Marco Gentile finally left. We sent him to Stuttgart, who paid 20 million for him. A good goalkeeper for us. We got him for 8.5 million. Never really played. Kind of bridged the gap for us for Brody until he got good, and then didn't play for us. Has then gone to Stuttgart and conceded 12 goals in 6 games. So they got their money's worth. I guess he was just bad defense. I don't think Stuttgart are doing well in the league either. They are media predicted to be 10th. They are where in the Bundesliga? 17th. Yep, that's a thing. Not my problem. But hey, we got 20 million pounds. We had Lorenzo Granelli, the kind of Italian striker that we never really did anything with. He went on loan to Watford, and I think he's got, if he plays 15 games for them, we get optional future fee of 15 million pounds. I think that's fair. That way we can just maybe hopefully recoup some money for him. If not, they're paying all of his wages. We don't have to worry about his wages. Same with Jonathan German. He's at Wolves. We sent him there on loan. I believe part of this one's optional future fee of 39.9 million, 40 million. They're paying his contract. We're not paying any fee for him. That's fine by me. Once again, I kind of hope they just pick up the option and move him on. Joseph Gabriel Santiago. This was one of those guys that we picked up way back when he was like in the 4th tier. Developed him. He got good, had a great loan spell in Preston, and then Schalke came in and said, yeah, we'll give you 4.25 million for him. And we went, sure. That's a huge profit. A good player, worth 32 million now, but once again, he's a little bit older, and we have a lot of better players ahead of him. Gustavo Renzo, our center back, we got pulled back. He wasn't playing, and now is playing regularly for Hertha Berlin. He played 8 times for Bayern, and now since we've recalled him and sent him back out on loan again, he's played 5 times for Hertha. So good. Just solid, in my opinion. Wander, this is a guy who we brought in on a free and then sent out to Spig. Is that in China on loan? We sent him out to China, or is that where Moreno went? Yeah, that's right. We sent him to Villarreal on loan, just to get game time. He's going to be a great attacking midfielding option. Once again, you see the thing: one guy goes out, another guy comes in on less money. This was a free transfer and £10,000 a week. I think that's great. Moreno left for £60 million. He went to China because we didn't need him anymore. I pulled back Santiago. I let Watson start on the left. Whelan starting on the right. It's good. It's great. Louis Strigan. This is he kind of came up. He's a Mexican midfielder. He came up as Man City was trying to buy him, so we brought him in for $14.25 million, and then we sent him down to Coventry to get some game time, and also because he's English. That way he can stay in England and get that England nationality. $14 million, not bad. He's valued at 14 now. We spent 14.2. No, we spent 9.25 million. Excuse me, I was looking at another guy. So good deal. He's capped at under 20, and Lopez knows him, so it's a nice little thing. Sent Steve Brooks out, just a youngster that we had. It wasn't really going to grow. West Brom wanted pay us $40,000 with a 50% sell-on clause. Ryan Clifford, you've probably seen him floating around for a while. We sent him down to Coventry to get some game time and loan time. Michael Williamson is another attacking midfielder. We had a lot of young English attacking midfielders that we weren't doing anything with. We sold him on. We got $4.35 million for Philip Kemp, who, once again, another guy we developed, didn't do anything with, and then sold him on. Diego Camara wasn't getting a lot of game time, so he's like, hey, boss, can I go out on loan? And I said, sure. So we sent him on loan to Paris Saint-Germain. We're paying his entire contract. We're giving us $100,000 a week, and there's a future option buy clause of £36.31 million, which I think is pretty good. And if they activate, could mean we get, once again, some nice money. If not, we're not paying his wages. He's out there. He's paid once for them, probably on a support role. And we brought in his replacement. So if not, we'll just move him on in the summer. George Jetsam was another guy we bought and then just never did anything. And then Aston Villa said, hey, £200,000. And we're like, hey, profit. Great. We did that. Adam Tinswell, another young attacking midfielder crew, developed, but never really isn't going to make it in our team. But Leicester wanted him for 6.25, raising to 7.5 million, which is good for us. And I think there's a sell-on fee in there somewhere. Funny story about the Aston Villa boys. We played against them when we played Aston Villa, and we won like 6-0. They were horrible, or 6-1 or 4-1. And then finally, 120 million. Michael Bertels went to Liverpool. I told you I was going to move him on. I was happy with him. He was playing well, but kind of in the system we're doing now, it was like, well, maybe now's the time. He's finally getting the wages he wants. He's a star player. I'm happy for him, but you'll see what you can kind of see there on the bottom. We'll talk about Molina in a sec, what we got in return. So on the ins, we're going to go right in. We had Wander come in on a free. We had this center back, a Zimbabwean center back, Tuzaka Mayo, who's supposed to be a very good developed center back, kind of future-proofing a little bit here with some of these signings. 18-year-old, he already has 3 caps for Zimbabwe. Figure we bring him in, stick him in the reserves, see if we can develop him, maybe be a center back of the future. We've got Fabio Maheles for £14 million. interesting thing about him is that, 2-star ability, 4-star potential, 25 years old. You're probably thinking, James, why would you bring in this guy? Why would you do that? He can play fullback on both sides. And he's not horrible for what we want him to do. He has no flair, but passing, tackling, first touch, he's got 10 in crossing, and his physicals are good. So, and he stays back and knocks the ball past the opponent. So it's not bad, and he wanted to go. He's not on horrible wages, and, Villa bought him, played him for a little bit, then he started to get cycled out of their team, and then we bought him. That's simple. We got some money back from Villa, so you look at kind of like what we sold to them versus what we spent on this guy. It's only like a £10 million move. Ariel Perez is, you're kind of seeing the South American flair here for center backs. Another good, enthusiastic center back. Can play, already is comfortable as a ball-playing defender. Did he pick up an injury? He did. Too bad. But just somebody we wanted to bring in, stick in the reserves, try and future-proof ourselves a little bit. Try and get some depth. And hopefully, by the way, is he... I gotta get these guys training as ball-playing defenders. Defender, ball-playing defender, on defend. Take control of this individual player's training. Sorry, just stuff I should have done, but I kind of forgot. Development training. Central defender on defend is good, but ball-playing defender on defend is what we play. So just get him training those right attributes. Very aggressive, this guy. Wander is fine with what he plays. Moving down, we've already talked about Lewis. He's already a deep line playmaker. I like that role. Just solid player overall. Not a lot of, can't jump for much. Isn't very strong, but technically good in the right areas. Mentally just solid down the line. And hopefully really improve. This was the gentleman Guto. £26 million release clause. We kind of got in to be Kamara's replacement. A Brazilian right midfielder. $26 million release clause. I think very solid for what we need. 5'9", he is pacey. He has flair off the ball, anticipation, composure. Technique is good. Passing's all right. Long shots, first touch, finishing, and dribbling. Kind of can either play as I can see him as a winger and stuff like that. He's already got an assist in his first game he came in. 2 assists. Yeah, so he's already done a decent amount for us. Valued at 41 million, so there's a turnaround. We can turn around and sell him if we need to. But yeah, he's kind of replaced him. And what is his full name? Augusto Ferrez Ribeiro. I can see why that deserves a place in the Brazil squad apparently. And a friend for Pepe. I don't know if they've played together. They may have played together when they were capped under 20. But yeah, a good player. And then finally, 170 million. Antonio Manuel Molina, the best center back in the world, came over from Liverpool. This guy is insane. Just look at him. I mean, he's the most expensive Spanish player in the world. He's not the most expensive. No cons. 5-star current ability, 5-star thing. International experience. He has 60 caps at 26 years old for Spain. Makes him kind of the oldest player in our starting 11. Strongest ability. He's a world-class player. He's strong first touch. He can play multiple positions. We can play him as a DM if we need to. He's that good. Great vision, positioning, tackling, technique, passing, marking, heading, first touch. Plays 1-2s, looks for the pass, temporary score, knocks the ball past the opponent, stays back at all time. He fits in perfectly. He's resolute. He's a star player. He's a star player for his country. I don't know where he ranks in the Spain squad. Is he anywhere around? No, he's not. This guy is the vice captain. But that's kind of where we're at now, is I'm looking at, I want the captains, I want the vice captains. This guy is, though, the top player, Spanish player. Xavier Ramirez is one of the guys that they went and spent money on to bring in from our guy. Though, he's already unsettled. Good for us. But yeah, he's a Sevilla player. It was a huge, huge deal. We brought him in to shore up that defense. And has made our squad, if you look at the star ratings, I mean, Medvedev is in right there, but if we bring in Philip, who is normally hurt, we have pretty much 5 stars in the entire first team. And then Brody, who's like 3.5 stars. But we all know goalkeepers get played dirty in this game. So, yeah, Antonio Molina also on 200,000 pounds a week. But since he's been here, he's already scored a goal in 2 appearances, and he's got an 8.2 rating. I mean, there's not much to say about it. Not much else to say. He's the best center back in the world. And he's pairing up with Lopez, who is damn close to being one of the best. He's the best South American center back in the world. If we compare them, you look at the two together. Lopez, slightly better defending, slightly quicker, but when it comes to vision, technicals, and attacking, Molina is better there. If we switch to attributes here, the technicals is where Molina's better, except for when it comes to like tackling, but they have the same marking and everything. Aggression, Lopez is a little bit more aggressive, but they've got the same determination. Lopez's work rate's a little higher, and Lopez is a little bit more of a physical monster than Molina. But I think center back partnership done and dusted for this. So that leads us to today's game against Juve in the Champions Cup first knockout round, leg 1. We are going to be playing away from home against the old lady. To kind of give you guys an idea, I'm recording these both. I recorded the last episode and this one on the same day. I recorded and finished recording the last one at about 12:30, and then granted there was an hour that I took a break, but it's about 5:50 now. That's how long it's taken to go from Liverpool to here. The save's starting to chug a little bit, or sorry, not there. Liverpool to here. Save's starting to chug a little bit. There's a lot of data going on, a lot more players coming in. Also, I guess we should talk about it now. Youth candidates, we have some. Looks like we're going to have a lot of good fullbacks and attacking midfielders, but not a lot of goalkeepers, strikers, and defensive midfielders, and not too many good wingers, which is fine. I mean, we could use fullbacks, and just a lot of first team candidates in our under 23 squad. Sinu is one, Grant Poole is one. Problem is I just can't give these guys. I don't have any opportunities because I've got such a good squad. Also, what's nice about this squad now, if I actually highlight all of them, there is 28 players. If we take out the retirement squad here, Chapman and Hancock, it makes 26. So that's about right for a Premier League squad. Yeah, take these two guys out. I just want them to retire. Please, Tyler, Chapman, just retire so I can get you in as coaches. You're the oldest players at the club by almost a decade. By more than a decade for most players, except for like Keating and Molina. I think Keating's the only guy on the team who's actually played with you. But yeah, this is the squad. This is the team. We're lining up against Juventus like this. Brody in goal, Wieland, Lopez, Molina, and Watson. Can Molina play on either side? He prefers to be on the left. I think Lopez prefers to be on the right. So that's perfect. Medvedev and Keating. Medvedev is taking the place of Philip. They wanted Addison to go in there, but Medvedev is actually more comfortable playing at advanced playmaker, and it's nice to get this guy more and more involved. He's slowly developed into a strong player. Why does this guy say? Oh, this guy can actually be ranked as a deep line playmaker too. Yeah, but Keating and him, Molina is our third best one, but Herrero, Edison, Medvedev, Declan, Bryce, McCarthy, Bryce. I've got some good young talented midfielders like I can start bringing up through. Like this guy, he's a Premier League level player and a box-to-box midfielder to boot. So will be worth looking at those guys. And obviously Addison is great to come off the bench, can play in a myriad of positions, but I want to give him a shot. He's not very versatile and he lacks flair, but we don't need him to be flair. We need him to be just advanced playmaker push forward. Fitz, Herrera right, and Pepe in goal. Bernan Degling has made his way onto the bench. River Kite is kind of a little pissed off about it, but I don't care. He's our backup. We've made him available for the under 23s, so he does play. Or he should be playing. for the reserves on a regular basis. But yeah, he's made his way in here to be our backup keeper. I haven't had to use him yet. We're kind of advanced in the cup competitions. We really want to win them, so I haven't risked playing him. Also because Brody has just been in crazy form and signed a new deal. Now 6'4". He actually grew. That's awesome. Maybe Bernard can grow a little bit more too. A bench rest is Alex, who you kind of feel we did a little dirty to, but you know what? Having a 4.5-star center back as your backup to these two is great. Gudo, Rodin, Mercau, who obviously plays across the back, Addison, and Pavlov rolls out the whole squad here. Do I want to make any other changes? I mean, Mercau is good. Guess we can keep him. Guto, yeah. Gudo is kind of like Camilo, but he played recently, so we got some fitness issues. Yeah, this is good. I'm happy with this. Who the hell is this guy? Oh yeah, this is our emergency backup. Yeah, that's the other nice thing. He signed as emergency backup, so he's not expecting to play. Submit the team. Enough rambling. 20 minutes in, and now we're just getting to the game. But heck, we're gonna do this. It's time to see if we can beat Juventus. They have an interesting squad. Delict. They've got some players. Those guys DMs? Yeah, they are. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of room in the midfield there. Keep this run going. I have faith. Tunnel. Ruben, the goalkeeper. Ruben has been almost unbeatable units. Every goalkeeper has a weakness. Yep. It's just not going to be a thing. So we are at the Allianz in Turin for the match against Juve. And since we're away, 1 goal would be nice. Just to kind of get the edge off, get that away goal in the leg. I don't know where Juve stand right now, but I know we've never played them, obviously. Pellegrini comes forward. Medvedev closed down. Everton's there, and wow. We go 1-0 down 16 minutes into the game. As our defense just gets torn apart, Pellegrini comes down here. Medvedev just gets beaten. Gets turned around by Everton, and then Brody, gotta think, could have done a little bit better, but there's a lot of pace on that ball. 1-0 to them. We're going to definitely demand more. Whelan to Herrera to Fetz. Let's see what can happen here. Fetz running through the middle, finds Keating. Hold up place here. He's got to find somebody. He's got Watson out on the left, but he's going to take it himself. That was a save, so it was a shot on goal. And nothing comes from the corner. Oh, yeah, that's right. I still haven't done this yet. I've been doing this in games. I just need to do it. I'm not happy with the way this tactic has worked out. So we're just going to reset it to the default tactic. Because I know we've scored more goals with that. And to be honest, it lets our center backs be a little bit more free. Throw into us. Watson to Keating. Keating can get past him and he can. Gets it to Herrera. Herrera's going to shoot. Fires it over the ball. The bar. And we've demanded more from them. Not much is still going on. Watson with a throw. Rights here. Headed down to Keating. We've had more of the possession here. Medvedev on it now. Back to Keating. Can we find the pass? Herrera is really far, really playing deep here. Now we get Whelan involved. Whelan crosses in right, heads it down to Pepe, and Pepe puts us up 1-1 with the important away goal in his 39th of the season. Just look at the stats. We've had 19 shots and to their 1. Whelan's great. Rights down. Pepe just sticks a foot at it, scores it. We've changed the tactic a little bit when I said I was taking off pass more and letting these guys shoot, and you've been able to see it. I guess I'll show you after this, but the wingers Fetz and Wieland and Wright have really picked up the goal scoring opportunities. As a lot happened right there, but the ball didn't end up going over the line for some reason. And Ruben's in as they kick it in, and there's that kind of gap in the midfield that we're looking at. Medvedev there onto Herrera, finds Wieland outright. Can he get the cross in? He can. Right's there, heads it in. His 11th goal of the season. Frank with the assist. And now you can start to see we're starting to hit our groove. This is kind of how we play. wingbacks coming in, kind of almost creating. You can see how many are in here now. And how many people just shoot. And it's crazy. But so far, so good. A little bit of a rough start, but we finally figured it out. Yeah, shots on target. They've only had the one, which is the goal. More fouls by us, more yellow cards, but possession has been us. I think they've been losing a lot out in the midfield. I'd like to see what the heat map says. I guess we're just going to start the second half. I'm not even going to team talk them. They know what they're about. They know what they want to do. They're motivated, convinced, and confident. I don't need to change anything. As time is going to tick away. Also, we've had like an 11-day rest before this, which is helpful. Donnie van der Beek comes off. Wonder Kid comes on. Keating gets his 9th yellow card of the season. All right, here we go. Let's watch them now. They kick it out. Everton's there. Whelan closes them down. Sanda Burge is there. All right, now we're caught out, but Lopez is there. Great tackle by him. Herrero to Medev to Whelan. Fetz. Can he find the long ball? Plenty of room to pass. Nope, he's just going to take it himself and burn past a couple guys. He's going to take the shot on. Didn't even trouble the goalkeeper, but it looked good. All right, tactics. Let's look here. Whelan, let's get out for Marcao. If only because I want to protect the yellow cards here. Who can play as attacking midfielder? We have a Guto can play as an attacking midfielder. That's right. Yeah, but we can also just do this. Bring Fetz up. We'll push Gudo outride. Bring him as the inside forward on support. Fetz obviously can play striker. He's good enough at it. Where does he like to be, though? Prefers to be on the right of a two-man pairing. Prefers to be central, so that's fine. But what is his best role? We'll make him a complete forward on support. No, we'll make him as a two complete forwards on attack. Play. That way we're protecting the yellows here. Putting a little bit more pressure on that defense. Guto, cross comes in. It's cleared, but Addison picks it up. Finds Medev. Back to Molina. He's going to get it to Guto, so... Guto. It's Guto. Right? Watson's there. He's going to take a shot. Forces a save by Ruben. And here we go again. Guto, corner in. Cleared. Lopez is there. Can he find the pass? Nope, he gets tackled, but it is a foul. And I guess, yep, Gudo is going to take it. Probably going to go for goal here. Great curling effort. Just whistles past the bar. I would love a third. It would really give us something here. It's Pepe to Watson. Finds Addison. Medev. Back out to Addison, who can take a shot here if he wants. Nope, holds it up to Medev, whose shot does go in but is blocked. And now we're at stations, but Molina's there. Calm, cool, collected on the ball. Finds the right pass to right. We'll take it down the side here. Holds up. Tackle. Cross comes in. Burge clears. Right's there, and he's probably going to take this himself. Turns in. Jumbled around. Tavera's there. Now they're back pretty far. Everton's there. Great tackle by Lopez, but doesn't win the ball. Everton's still coming in. Everton's still in. And not wide off the mark. Is they're going to a 3 at the front now. Late doors for them. Header cleared. Guto clears it. Right. We got the break here. It's going to hold up. Fetz is with him. Got to find the right ball. He does. Fetz can't guide it into the net. And that'll be full time. Juventus 1. TGWPIS 2. De Ligt makes his career appearance. Pepe's made his 225th career appearance for TGWPIS FC. And we are now unbeaten in Europe for 16 games. We'll tell them it was a good win, boys. Well done. Raquel was nervous coming in. Molina was motivated. It's good to have these kind of older heads now on this team. Everybody's happy. I'm happy. That was huge for us. Might have completed 95% of his passes. Ruben was the player of the match, though. Really? Oh, the goalie. It's very rare you see that. We saved 14 shots, so send the assistant. Look at the inbox. Look at the schedule. We probably know we're coming back. Where are we? Here we are. I guess we got to come back from the Caballero Cup final, right? First major trophy. Have we won this one before? Let's take a look here and see. We have not. Birmingham won it last year. Wow. But NL Roden is the leading scorer in this competition. That shows you about how seriously we were taking it. Lucas Zidane. Is this... Zinedine Zidane's son? No. Okay. Well, we're going to come back from that. And then, yeah, some quick fire episodes here. Manchester United Caballero Cup final. Juventus in the second leg. And we'll see what's going on. But anyways, until then, I've been James. You've been you. This has been TGWPIS FC. Have a good one. Bye-bye.